Hey guys, I'm Nick and welcome back to Sci-Finatics. Well, there's less than a week to go before Star Trek Picard Season 3 hits our TV screens, and we're starting to get a little bit of backstory information. They've just been released a whole bunch of kind of personal logs for various characters, which give us a little bit more insight into what's going on in that sort of period between when we last saw our Next Generation cast and present day. So filling in a few of those little gaps in between Star Trek Nemesis and Star Trek Picard Season 3. Now the most exciting information I think is some history to do with the Enterprise and the Titan, which is really interesting. Going back and filling in some gaps in terms of what exactly has gone down and happened with, say, the Enterprise E, the commissioning of the Enterprise F and what's going on with that, and just some other character information as well. So we're going to have a talk through that today in our lead up for Picard Season 3. So for starters, let's start with some information regarding the Enterprise E and the Enterprise F. And some of this info comes quite surprising to me. Now, I kind of assumed the Enterprise F appearance in Picard Season 3 would kind of be the launching of the Enterprise. It would be a brand new starship, fresh out of the space dock or whatever, and quite a new vessel, as we saw it in the trailer. But that is not the case at all. The Enterprise F Odyssey class was in fact launched in 2386. Now, to put this in perspective, that is about 15 years before Star Trek Picard Season 1, around the time of the Utopia Planitia shipyard attacks by the synths as featured in Season 1 of Star Trek Picard. This is going back quite a ways. It's going back to the same sort of period where Riker and Troy were on board the Titan and doing their thing on the Titan for many years or whatever after leaving the Enterprise. So this is quite a reveal that the Enterprise F has been around for so long. In fact, the information about the Enterprise F goes on to say that the Enterprise F has been commanded by several captains in the past 15 years. Currently scheduled for decommissioning during the Monfet Gambit, the rescue efforts for the Rallstonian refugees on Fenton 4. The Enterprise F's final flight will be on display during this year's Frontier Day. I just assumed the Enterprise F would be brand new in Star Trek Picard Season 3. But in fact, it's not. It's old. It's been around for 15 plus years and it's about to be decommissioned. What the hell? We just assumed, this would be the big brand new launch, but that is not the case at all. So it will be interesting to see which captains have captained, and it does say several captains have commanded the Enterprise F over the course of the past 15 years. So that's really interesting. That's quite a change of plot to what I was expecting. We also get a bit of information about the USS Titan A being obviously Constitution 3 class, or also known as the Neo-Constitution class. The Titan is primarily an exploratory vessel, honouring the retro design of the Constitution 2 class, launched in 2402, which is, I believe, the year that Star Trek Picard Season 3 takes place in. So the Titan A is brand new. Under the command of Captain Liam Shaw, work began on a refit using the original Titan space frame. However, the development of cutting-edge technology, the Titan's design changed mid-construction and a new ship took form. As per tradition, Starfleet engineers affectionately designated it as a refit, having kept much of the Titan's original internal components. The Constitution 3 was designed to cater to a close support envelope at sublight speeds, namely in around densely populated solar systems, as witnessed by its overpowered impulse engines. To date, the new Titan has the largest sublight power to geometry ratio in the fleet, which means this Titan is going to kick some serious ass at impulse power. And it would appear that Riker has had quite a hand in the designing of this new starship. Riker apparently returned to active duty in 2399 after leading the fleet of Starfleet vessels to protect John Luke and the synth homeworld Capellius from the Romulan attack, which we know from Season 1. He continues his role in Starfleet, having most recently lent his expertise on the new Titan refit. So it appears that Riker has been quite instrumental in the design and construction of the new Titan A. We also get some interesting information regarding Lore. Now, the last time we saw Lore was in 2370 as the leader of a cult of Borg drones, as we saw in Descent Part 2 in Season 7 of Next Generation. And at that encounter, Data deactivated Lore for the final time and disassembled him. Now, it seems with the information with these logs that have come out that Lore's mind and body were taken to Starfleet's Daystrom station along with the late Alton Inigo Soong's research. So since Season 1 of Picard, it would seem that Alton Soong has in fact died. He made that golem body for himself. He gave it to Picard instead to save his life. And it would seem that during the events of Season 2 of Picard, Alton Soong has in fact passed away. Now, his research and everything that he had on Capella Station and all that sort of stuff has been taken back to Daystrom. And it seems that Lore has also been taken to Daystrom Institute Station or whatever as well. Now, I will be very, very interested to see how they're going to address this situation in Season 3, because I got to ask, if Lore's disassembled body was available during the events of Season 1, then why wasn't Data's consciousness transferred into Lore? We knew that B4 was there. They opened the drawer in Season 1 and revealed B4, and they said, we can't use B4's body because his positronic brain is far inferior to that of Data and Lore, and can't be utilised to resurrect Data. But if Lore's body was kicking around in some drawer there as well, it begs the question to ask, well, why didn't they pull out Lore, format his positronic brain and download Data's consciousness into Lore's body, therefore resurrecting Data? Why wasn't that a thing? So I hope they address that, because that's a bit of a plot hole, if you ask me, if Lore's body was on hand. The blogs also reveal that Beverly Crusher has resigned from Starfleet and has been undertaking private medical missions throughout the Alpha and Beta quadrants on her personal ship, the SS Elios, and that her whereabouts are presently unknown. It would appear that after the events of Star Trek Nemesis, Worf's time was very limited on board the Enterprise E. He stepped down after the incident above Krillar Prime, whatever that happened to be. And we know that Worf's backstory and everything is going to be quite entrenched in the aftermath of the Dominion War. Now, regarding 7 of 9's posting and Starfleet Commission, we obviously know that with the help of Admiral Picard and in fact Admiral Janeway as well, we now know that 7 received her Starfleet Commission and she's obviously serving as the Titan's first officer under Captain Liam Shaw. It would appear that Raffi has resigned from Starfleet since the events of Season 2 of Picard, and there's some implications there that she's, fallen off the wagon, so to speak, in terms of her various addictions that have sort of plagued her life over the years. And we now know that that Raffi has taken over command of La Sirena. In Season 2, obviously, we saw that 7 had taken over La Sirena since Rios got posted to captain of the Stargazer. But now it would seem during the events of Season 3, Raffi has since taken over La Sirena. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to Sci-Finatics yet, don't be shy. Click on that big subscribe button to stay current and up to date with all the latest Star Trek news on YouTube. So there's some really interesting little factoids and so forth about some of our ships, some of our characters and everything. There's a lot of reports coming in this week. We've had the big premiere at Mann's Chinese Theatre in Los Angeles for which they screened the first couple of episodes of the new season of Picard during that, and there's some really positive comments coming in about how that went. So they're all really quite promising. It sounds like we're in for a cracker of a season. I can't wait. We've only got a few days to go. Please like and comment on this video. Leave a super thanks if you're able to. It really helps the channel out. Be sure to check out my merch in the merch store this Valentine's Day, February 14, 25% off. Doesn't normally get better than 20% off in the merch store, but this Valentine's Day, wow, whopping 25% off. So go check out all my merch in the merch store with all the cool Star Trek designs I've got in there. Pick yourself up a bargain. As I said, 25% off on Valentine's Day, February 14. Be sure not to miss it. And I'll be back for my review for the very first episode of Star Trek Picard on Thursday, 16th of February. Only a few days to go. Can't wait. I'll see you guys then.